to our another class of a topic, do insertion or do support. In a previous topic, we read about the do insertion or do supports that refer to the use of the auxiliary verb do and its reflected form does or did. We read some uses with their examples related to do support and the uses of do insertion or do support that we read in our previous topic were to ask a question or to make a negative sentence. Let me remember you once again the 10 uses of do insertion or do support. These are to ask a question, to make a negative sentence, to put emphasis in imperative sentences, in tag question, to answer a question by using yes or no, tense reflection and third person inflection, negative imperatives used as the main verb for emphasizing a statement or in the sense of possession. We read our first two rules in our previous topic that were to ask a question and to make a negative sentence. For that, to ask a question, in that one, if there is no auxiliary present, then the sentence or tense requires the introduction of an auxiliary in the form of do support. Example, I know, do I know. And the second was to make a negative sentence. The negation form used as do support are do not, does not and did not, or we add not to the auxiliary verb according to the tense. In this topic, in this class, we will study our next remaining uses of do supports. Let us begin with our first topic of this session and the third rule of do insertion or do support. To put emphasis in imperative sentence. Our third use is to put emphasis in imperative sentences. When we want to put emphasis in imperative sentences, we use do insertion. Do is used with imperative and auxiliary verb be to for emphasize purpose in imperative sentences. Means whenever we are using assertive, means positive imperative sentences, we will use do insertion. And do is used with imperatives and auxiliary verb be. So let us see the examples. Do have patience. Do behave. Do exercise daily. Do remember about them. So here in this sentence patience and in this sentence behave. We don't use only patience or behave. We add do to emphasize it. So we can say do behave and do have patience. It means to put emphasis on patience and behave, which is like giving an order. Here similarly, do exercise daily and do remember about them. Here in this one, we have used here exercise daily. So here we add do to emphasize it and we can say do exercise daily. It means to put an emphasis on exercise daily, which is like giving an advice. and do remember about them. This is simple, that we are simple saying someone to do the work. It is never reflecting as an order or advice. We are simply saying someone to remember about them, so we will put emphasize on remember about them. So to put emphasis in imperative sentences, we want to put the emphasis in imperative sentences. We use do insertion. Do is used with imperatives and auxiliary verb be-to for emphasizing the purpose in imperative sentences. Our next fourth rule is in tag questions. In tag questions, the sentences which have no auxiliary verbs, we use do there. The sentences which have no auxiliary verbs here, which have no auxiliary verb, we use do there. We add not. We also add not because the tag question, listen carefully, because the tag question usually has to be opposite to the actual sentence. Means if the answer is if you are asking someone in assertive, in positive form, the tag question will be in negative. If the statement is in negative form, then the tag will be in positive. So the sentence which have no auxiliary verbs, we use do there. We also add not. We also add not because the tag question usually has to be opposite to the actual sentence. If the question is positive, the tag question will be negative, and if the question is negative, the tag question will be positive. So let us see the example. He sings well. Without any auxiliary, he sings well. Doesn't he? Question mark. I don't like sweets. Do I? He helped me. Didn't he? So, the sentences, the statement that are in positive, we will use negative tag. If the statement is in negative, then we will use positive tag. So, we will use do for negative questions also. He sings well, doesn't he? I don't like sweets, do I? He helped me, didn't he? We want freedom, don't we? Children like to play, don't they? So, here we want freedom, don't we? Children like to play, don't they? So, the sentences related to the tag form, the tag questions, in tag questions, we will use do support and add not for the tag question that are positive, and the tag question is in negative form. Means the statement is positive and tag question will be in negative. If the statement is in negative, then the tag question will be positive. So, he sings well, doesn't he? I don't like sweets, do I? He helped me, didn't he? We want freedom, don't we? Children like to play, don't they? So, the use of do in a tag question tells us that we will use do support in the tag form if the statement, if the question is positive and the tag question will be negative, and we will add not also. So examples are given here. Our next rule, our fifth rule is to answer a question. Listen carefully. To answer a question, by using yes or no. When we need to answer shortly in yes or no, we use do or the modal verb or the auxiliary verb. Means if we don't want to answer in complete sentence, we don't want to give the answer in complete sentence, and we just want to ask, tell the answer, or we want to give the response of any one in a short form, then we will use the form do support. So when we need to answer shortly in the form yes or no only, we can use do or the modal verb or auxiliary verb. But we are talking about here do support. So we will use do where we want to answer the statement in short. So do you want to go there? Yes, I do. If you don't want, then no, I don't. So when we need to answer shortly, the statement is here, do you want to go there? Yes, I want to go there. Negative, no, I don't want to go there. But if we want to give the answer in short, then we will use, do you want to go there? Yes, I do. I do means you want to go there. No, I don't. Do plus not means you don't want to go there. So this is the short form. As it is in past form, did you break the pan? Yes, I did. Yes, I broke the pan. But short form, yes, I did. Did you break the pan? No, I didn't break the pan. And the short form is no, I didn't. So if we want to give the answer in short form, we will use do there with yes in the positive and no in the negative form, if we are not ready to give the complete statement as a response of somebody's question. So here we will add in for positive yes plus do, negative no plus do plus not. Here if the tense is past form, in the past form, then positive will be yes plus did, negative no plus did plus not. So if there is already an auxiliary verb in the sentence, while answering it in short, we will not use do. Listen carefully. If there is already an auxiliary here, if there is an auxiliary verb in the sentence while answering it, then we will not use do. Here, are you busy? Then we will not use yes, I do, or no, I don't. We will use yes, I am, or no, I am not. So listen carefully. If there is already an auxiliary verb in the sentence, in the statement, while answering it in short, we will not use do. Because the auxiliary verb is already there, we will use it. We will use the auxiliary verb according to the person in the answering statement. So, are you busy? Yes, I am. Negative, no, I am not. We will not use yes, I do or no, I don't. So, listen carefully. When we need to answer shortly in yes or no, we can use do. But if there is already an auxiliary verb in the sentence, while answering it in short, we will not use do. Some examples are given here. Thoroughly read the example and the statement, then you will be able to understand it clearly. Next is tense inflection and third person inflection. Next is tense inflection and third person inflection. We use do. Do also takes tense inflection as well as third person inflection. Only one of a verb do takes a person inflection. Example, do or does. When we say the tense is in past tense, we put the tense inflection on the do. So, do becomes did and has become have. So, listen carefully. Do also take tense inflection as well as third person inflection. Only one of a verb, that is do takes a person inflection, do reflected form does. But when we say the sentence in past tense, we put the tense inflection on the do. So, do becomes did. And in that tense reflection has become have. Let us see it with the example, clear it with the example. He has a brother. Does he have a brother? He doesn't have a brother. He had a brother. Did he have a brother? He didn't have a brother. So, we use do for tense reflection and third person inflection, and do takes a person inflection according to the person, or we can say do becomes does. And when we say the sentence, or when we are talking about the sentence in the past tense, we put the tense inflection do, and do will become did and has become have. Here, he has a brother. Does he have a brother? He doesn't have a brother. He had a brother. Did he have a brother? Here, we will use have, not has. Did he have a brother? He did not have a brother. So, use of do support or do insertion related to the third person or tense inflection depends upon the statement and the person that is in the sentence given above. Means the person should be third. So, do takes tense inflection as well as third person inflection. And here, present do becomes does plus have. In past, do becomes did plus have. And examples are given here. So, here in our seventh rule, negative imperatives. Yes, negative imperatives. In our third rule, we read about simple positive imperatives, and here we will read about some negative imperatives. Do support or do insertion, use of do insertion or do support in negative imperatives. To make a negative imperatives, we put do not or don't before the verb. Do support is required for negative imperatives. We give advice or order in negative imperatives with do plus not. Listen carefully. To make a negative imperatives, we put do not or don't before the verb. Do support is required for negative imperatives. We give advice or order in negative imperatives with do plus not. Example, do not be silly. Do not come here. Do not play with fire. Don't be so rude. So, to make a negative imperatives, we put do not or don't before the verb. And do support is required for negative imperatives, and for giving advice or order in negative imperatives, we will use do plus not. Don't be silly. Do not come here. Do not play with fire. Don't be so rude. Next rule is as the main verb. We can use it as the main verb. If do appears twice in a sentence, it is once as an auxiliary verb and the other one is the main verb. Listen carefully. We can use do support or do insertion as main verb if do appears twice in a sentence, it is once as an auxiliary verb and another verb in the sentence will be main verb. Let us see with it example. Do not do that work. Do not do that work. Here auxiliary verb and here main verb. We didn't do that work. Auxiliary didn't and do main verb. So we can use do support as a main verb also. If two verbs are given in the sentence, the first one will be auxiliary and the other one will be main verb. Our next rule for emphasizing. The auxiliary appears for purpose of emphasis, to establish a contrast or to express a correction. We can use auxiliary verb do for emphasizing sentences. Listen carefully. For emphasizing sentences, we can use auxiliary verb do. The auxiliary appears for purpose of emphasis, to establish a contrast or to express a correction. Let us see it with example. Do you agree with me? Yes, I do agree with you. He doesn't like you. Yes, he does like you. So here you can clearly see that the auxiliary appears for purpose of emphasis, to establish a contrast or to express a correction. We can use auxiliary verb do for emphasizing sentences. Here, do you agree with me? Question mark. Yes, I do agree with you. He doesn't like you. Yes, he does like you. So, we can use do for emphasizing the sentence. Our next and last rule is in the sense of possession. Yes, the verb have in the sense of possession is used without do support as it is an auxiliary. We can also use it with do support. Listen carefully. The verb have in the sense of possession is used without do support as it is an auxiliary, but we can also use it with do support. Let us see the example. Have you an idea what is he saying? Do you have an idea what he is saying? So here in this sentence you can clearly see that the verb have in the sense of possession used without do support and here with do support. Have an idea what is he saying, what he is saying, and do you have an idea what he is saying? So, I hope you will have understood whatever we discussed in this topic, in this session of our do insertion or do support. Let me remember you once again the key points, the key rules or the uses of do insertion or do support once again. Uses of do insertion. We can use it to ask a question, to make a negative sentence, to put emphasis in imperative sentences, in tag question, to answer a question by using yes or no, tense inflection and third person inflection, negative imperatives as the main verb for emphasizing a statement, and in the sense of possession. So I hope you will have understood whatever we have discussed in our two sessions or two phases or two parts of our topic, do insertion. So thoroughly read the rules of the uses of do insertion and do supports along with their examples and practice yourself. Thanks. Have a nice day.